What's going on, guys? It's your boy Flokey. We're back at it with another video, and today we gotta talk about Piccolo. Now, first of all, I want to address something. I am sorry I've been away. As you guys can see, there's been a couple changes that have been happening over on the YouTube. We are planning on stream on Twitch very soon, so be on the lookout for that. I've been working on upgrading my TikTok a little bit, as well as dealing with some YouTube burnout, because that's a real thing. Dealing with my allergies because I was sick over the week. But the Dragon Ball Fighterz patch 1.28 has dropped, aka Season 4 or Final Patch. I don't know what they're calling it. And we need to address Piccolo, because Lord knows Arxis decided to just give him the kitchen sink and everything. We're going to be going over his changes, what they mean, as well as kind of giving a brief overview on the character if you've never played the character before. I also am going to put a link to my Season 3 guide in the description box below, even though it's very cringe. A lot of this stuff still applies to this guy now, so it's kind of like additional coursework if you want to learn the character. We're going to talk about how he flows now in the meta, where I think he is, and much more. So if you guys like this kind of content, let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you guys like and subscribe. It really does help the channel out in so many different aspects. You have no idea. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So really quick, I'm just going to kind of spoil the Season 3 guide a little bit. So pause the video, watch the Season 3 guide, then come back here because things will make a little bit more sense. Okay, you back? Alright, awesome. So, to kind of recap the Season 3 guide, Piccolo is a condition-based character that uses a lot of different ways to mix up the opponent, through the use of his elbow, through the use of his command grabs, through the use of orb to control neutral. He has great sword normals across the board. JL is still a threat to this day. Things like his 5M and his 2M to stagger pressure. He's a stagger frame trap mix-up monster. And he brings a lot to different teams. Right now, in my opinion, even still, he is a mid in most teams. He brings a lot to the table through the use of orb. You see players like Hook Gang God really excel with this character, or players like June excel with this character because they use orb so properly. Using them to control neutral, counter calling assists with that kind of assist. Making the opponent play their pace. That's what Piccolo makes you do. Makes you play your pace and condition the opponent to break. Things like his Hell Zone grenade is such a big mix-up tool and damage output tool. Things like using Light Grenade in the corner now into 50-50 that was discovered halfway through Season 3. That's a big thing. So I think at the moment, coming from that past season to now, I think Piccolo's in a really good spot. I still think he's in the same kind of spot where I think he's more of an assist character, but he does bring a lot to the table in terms of mix, in terms of damage. So if that's something, and also he has a great air-to-air game. So if that's something you're looking for, and also a good conditioning character, this is the character for you. So what changed, and why did Arxis decide to buff him? So the first change I want to talk about is the 2M change. In the notes, it says that it extends farther. Same thing with the jam. They both have the hitbox extending a little farther now. Why is that a big deal? It makes confirms way easier now. Combos in the corner especially. A lot of the time, that drops unless I like micro dashed. I dashed all the way, but sometimes it would drop. So it's a nice little quality of life change that he did receive. Same thing with the JM change. I think those are big two quality of life changes, making combo routes a little easier, in the long run. And plus now, these are more so like, obviously this was such a great button in the stagger pressure before, but now like you can catch more backdashes with it. You're more of a threat with it now. I wouldn't throw it out all the time, but definitely it's more of a big mix-up tool, especially once you get the other thing going as well. The other kind of not small change, he got a change on Special Beam Cannon. Now it takes not as much time to charge Special Beam. It's more damage, there's more chip, and it can wrap around the opponent. So for certain teams that really use charge special beam, characters like Bluku, UI for example, you know, that's a really big change for them as well, because now you be able to do that in pressure, like make it's faster to confirm, stuff like that. So quick minuscule changes, but quality of life. I've been asking for the special beam change for a while. I wasn't really playing the teams that were playing it specifically, but it sometimes it got annoying, so I'm just like, I just want to get this. So it's nice to have that, and a little more incentive, because in the show it was such a powerful move. It pierced through 2 characters. So I digress. Piccolo's biggest change that he received was the change to elbow. Now, a couple of notes about it. The first big change was that you can hold any strength now, and you can actually cancel it. Now, I'm just holding M, as you guys can see here, but now I can literally cancel the elbow. I'm holding S as well, but now you get the moon jump. Obviously, there's some applications to it, but why is this such a big thing? It's another layer to now his already crazy offense. A lot of the time you'll see him going to white, but it's if a good player is waiting for it, he's gonna recognize that and make note of that. Obviously, if you don't put any type of assist behind it, you're gonna get smacked for it. So again, make that note in your head. But I think this is such a big change, because now it kind of opens the door to a lot in terms of his mix, in terms of pressure, in terms of conditioning, because now they're also looking for fake out into air grab, for example. If you have that much of a read on them, fake out into grab. You can also do fake out in the same side, fake out into the cross up using the proper assist, you know, fake out into low, fake out into Dragon Rush. You know, RMZ brought up a lot of great points in his video, and I do commend him for that, because it's something I never really thought about with this change. I thought this would just be more of a combo extender, which it is. Link to his quick guide in the description, because he hits the nails on the head with this character. This character is already bananas, but this just puts him over the top. Do I think he becomes a broken character out of it? No. But this is just a nice little added layer to mix that he gets. Now, the other big change that he got, the command grab went from 28 to approximately 26 frames, charged about 38 frames. So that's just another change in the book. Why is this important? So if you saw my video on Twitter, so now you can get crazy combos like this. You know, you can, you know, the world's your oyster. That's just an example. But you can get some crazy confirms now because you have the faster command grab to play with on top of everything. So again, be that in mind as you're progressing forward. As I mentioned earlier, there has been a lot of change up on how I approach Piccolo. Prior to a lot of Season 3 changes and my understanding of the game, I used to really believe that Piccolo was a point. This character's a mid through and through. Using A assist is such a big thing. If you're using C assist for this character, I really don't know what you're doing. But characters that he really compels, gels with, you guys obviously know Gogeta, getting those 4 levels. Obviously, you've seen Hook Gang God really show how base Vegeta and Broly work really well. I've seen people use 21, Ginyu, I've seen Jiren, I've seen Baby, I've seen Bluku, Bardock. There's so many characters this character works with. Blue Vegeta, UI is a really good example of that too, because he can get that charged special beam. So the one thing I really kind of emphasize with this character is play the characters you like, find the synergy. You know, this game is even more so now is incredible because you have so much more to play with. It feels like more of a sandbox than it was before. Like hell, I might try 18 Piccolo for the funsies. Not because of barrier or anything. Anyways, but this character is too sick. You know, he has a lot of great plays about him. He has a lot of good things going for him. So if you want to try him out, I recommend it. Good air-to-airs, good conditioning game, great mix with Hellzone and Light Grenade, and using Orb and Neutral, and so much more. So that's it. That's the guide. If you guys like this kind of content, be sure to hit the like and hit the subscribe button. And let me know what character we're going to do next. I'm thinking about going over Gogeta. That's the next character I really want to talk about, and how I kind of hit the nail on the head with what they were going to address with the character. But again, link to my Season 3 guide, which goes more in depth about this character through and through, in the description box below. I'm also going to be linking, like I mentioned before, the RMZ video in the description box below, so you guys have that to work with as well in your journey to becoming the strongest Namekian. Anyways, my name is Flokey. I hope you have a good night or day when you watch this video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.